Yes, he is actually number 5 on the list. He is, and it's interesting because there are a lot of scouts who don't know for sure if he's a catcher, but everyone seems to buy the bat. He's got a really advanced approach at the plate. It's a .415 on base percentage right now as a 21-year-old playing in Double-A. So he's the same age as all these college guys we were just talking about for my mock draft, but he's already playing in Double-A and playing extremely well. The one other question scouts do have about him is what's the power ultimately going to look like? I think he's athletic enough, he's got some projection, and has a good enough approach. He'll get to enough power that he'll be a 15 to 20 homer a year guy. If that's behind the plate with a strong on-base percentage, you're talking about an all-star.
Yeah, and I remember... Oh, go ahead, Keith, sorry.
I was just going to move on to the next one, but please.
Oh, but I wanted to follow up here because, you just talk about his versatility here. And I remember talking to some of his teammates at spring training, and that's what makes him so good. He can do it all, they said. So what is it, like, what tool and what about his game impresses you the most, would you say?
Everyone says it's his athleticism, how it plays behind the plate, that he is agile and he's got great footwork. And everyone who sees him says, look, if he can't catch, you could move him almost anywhere on the field. People were talking when he was in high school, well, he can't catch it all, but he might end up in center field. Like, how often do you talk about a catcher and say, oh, yeah, he could also play center field? Like, we get one of those every 5 years, maybe even less frequently than that. And I feel like you and I may even talked about this last week. I'll bet on athletes all day long. If you've got that baseline level of athleticism, which you can't teach, you're probably better able to make adjustments and to take instruction.
Yeah, and he's also got the IQ. He told me that he's a really good chess player as well. So let's get to your number 4 here, Kyle Teel. High expectations in that Boston organization.
Yep, first-round pick last year. Red Sox took him 13th overall. I think they've been very happy with what they've gotten so far. They were shocked he even fell to them at that pick. Another high on-base guy, 383. He's in Double-A at 22. First full year in professional baseball, hitting a ton of line drives, too. He's got a 30% line drive rate so far. That is exactly the player I thought he'd be. I saw him multiple years. And saw athleticism, not quite to the level of Ford's, and a bat that was just going to produce lots of line drive contact. The receiving has gotten better. I saw him at the end of last year. I think he was just exhausted and he struggled a little bit, just purely catching and blocking. That's been better this year. Needs to work on throwing and helping pitchers control the running game.
Kyle Teel, you have Marcelo Mayer, and you have Roman Anthony. High expectations. The big 3 is what they're calling them in Boston here. Okay, let's get to your number 3.
So Samuel Basallo was, when the Orioles got back into the international market a couple of years ago, he was one of their first big dollar signees, and he's worked out tremendously. He can really hit. It's a great left-handed swing. He's got a good approach. He is not having a great season, to be perfectly fair, but he's only 19 in Double-A. He mashed at both levels of A-ball last year. I'm not worried about him long-term. I think this is just a guy who's really young for his level. It's going to take some time for him to catch up. One thing that's interesting, he's actually played more games at first base this year than behind the plate. I have no issues with him catching, and he's got a cannon of an arm. I wonder if this is just because they recognize, well, we've got Adley Rutschman. He's not going anywhere. While Basallo's bat will really play at first base. He's got a chance to be a high on base, 20-plus homer a year guy, and that obviously that profiles at pretty much any position on the diamond.
Yeah, it's hard to get past Adley Rutschman right now. He is on fire. All right, number 2.
Unfortunately, this guy's hurt and he's out for the year, but I love Jefferson Caro. He's a two-way threat. He's a great defensive catcher. He's got great feel for the barrel at the plate. He's got a really good approach. Probably not going to hit for a ton of power. High average, high on base, lots of doubles type of guy. He had one at-bat this year, tore his labrum in his throwing shoulder. He's out for the rest of the season. So still like him, but we got to see him get back healthy.
All right, and finally, Keith, you're number 1.
He's on our list every week, isn't he? Ethan Salas, the phenom who won't turn 18 for another 12 days, actually. Playing in Double-A, off to not a great start. Playing in High A. Not a great start so far, but remember, exceptionally young to even be playing anywhere in full season ball at this point. Has shown power, can really catch and throw. There's no question about him staying behind the plate. And I think ultimately he's going to end up a complete package, a guy who hits for average and has power and provides a ton of value defensively. And that's why he might be the top prospect right now after Jackson Holliday, still in the minors.
Wow, that's a bold statement.